Most people don't fail because they lack motivation. They fail because their goals have no systems behind them. My goal is by the end of this video, I want you to learn how to actually turn any goal into having a simple system that actually works and allows you to follow it. We are taught to set goals. Everyone knows to set goals. But the problem is we don't know how to execute them consistently. That's why goals at the beginning feel so exciting and you know that there's going to be a change, but then they quickly fall apart. You start to build back into your own patterns and habits, and then everything is just set up for pure failure, where naturally you just go back to doing whatever you had previously done before. But what happened was it's actually building a structure that makes progress automatic rather than relying on willpower or hope or hard work, because none of that is going to work consistently. Now, I have a list of why goals usually fail. And the first one is they're too vague. Now, what is too vague of a goal? Well, simply saying, let's talk about being productive in the morning. We're going to go with that example for a little bit and say that we want to wake up earlier to start working on more things. For example, for me, that was a real goal. I wanted to wake up earlier. I wanted to work on videos in the morning because I knew I wasn't going to have time during the day as life was getting more and more busy and I just wasn't getting it done. So I decided I'm going to set an actual time in the morning and I'm going to get up and I'm going to get my things going before I have to go to work. I wrote down in my goal, get up earlier. And guess what happened? I didn't get up earlier. I didn't know where I was going to go to get the work done. I didn't know what schedule I needed. I just didn't have anything. I wanted to get up earlier. Okay, the second reason that typically goals fail, and this is a big one, is you set your goal too big off the beginning without even like having progress. Now, I think as you develop goals and you start to accomplish things that will take a little bit of time, you can begin to make them and stack them and get a little bit better. Why? Because setting goals and systems is the same idea with anything in life, right? You don't go to the gym and go, okay, well, it's day one, I want to bench 500 pounds, right? The third reason, and this is a big one, is we usually underestimate how long something is going to take in order to get it done. I'll set my list of things to do, right? Because I have the goals for the day, if you will. But from there, I break it down into how long something will take. 1 hour. Because this video will probably be 8 minutes long. And what I've learned is that recording a 7-minute video, if you will probably result in taking 35 to 55 minutes. But planning that out of cleaning the downstairs, it's going to take me 2.5 hours. So just with what you want to accomplish and how long you expect it to take, because now you're starting to develop even more of a plan, right? It's becoming more real in your mind. Number 4, the next reason why goals typically suffer is going to be you rely too heavy on motivation. New year, new me, okay? I go to the gym 5 days a week, right? I constantly see at the beginning of the year, January 1st, the gym gets packed, right? And I'm not taking away anything from anybody. The point is the gym gets packed and it just starts to get less and less and less packed. It gets hard, right? The first couple weeks, it's pretty easy. You can do something for a couple weeks, right? That is the ticket point for you that you need to have in your mind. In order for something to get accomplished, you need to go, okay, I need to get past the first month to 2 months, and then I will start to see progress. Don't rely too much on motivation. Set yourself up and know that you will probably have to work at it for 2 to 3 months in order to actually accomplish the goal. Just like an election, you don't have to win every single vote. You need to win the majority of the vote. So the point is, you don't have to win every day. You just have to win most days. This one's actually exciting, and this is the last reason why your goals fail. You do not have a feedback loop. There is no tracking or progress. This is actually so important. And now I'm still really bad at this, but in order to see success, I'm telling you, this is it. And you may go, no, it's not. And I'm telling you, the fact that you're saying that, or maybe you're thinking that, is because you don't want to do it. And this is the hard part of the goal. And when you do this, it actually makes a huge difference. Like me in the gym, I go into the gym on a regular basis. I can eat really good or decently well and go to the gym 5 days a week. And if I'm trying to lose weight and get like very lean, I have to track. And when I started to track my calories, every single calorie, and even me being in the gym for like 5 years and eating the same types of food for like 2 years, if I don't track, I don't realize like, I'm like, well, I've already done it, so I can just do it again. And that's not the case. It's just not the case. So now I want to read kind of the framework I have for this on specifically what we do in order to fix this. So we know why goals don't work, and I just want to quickly go through that again. They're too vague, they're too big, they usually rely on motivation, and there's no feedback loop. Okay. So those are the reasons that we struggle. So, first, what we have to do is define a clear, specific goal. And I like to use the framework SMART. So, what does SMART mean? Well, it means specific, it means measurable, it means realistic, it means relevant, and it means time bound. When the goal is clear, the progress is actually visible. We're seeing what is happening, right? Just like I explained in the tracking, we get to literally see how things work. Now, here's what I think on this. Think of it as a roadmap. If you lived in Canada and you wanted to road trip to New York City, you need to plan a route. You need to plan the days. You wouldn't just land in New York City, boom, right? I hope I get there one day. Guess what? You're not going to get there because there is no plan. So you need to have the roadmap. What directions are we going to take? What gas stations are along the way? What cool little road trip side quest do I want to go on? This is with everything in life, okay? Okay, third is lock the goal into a habit. Consistency beats intensity. When your goal has a specific time and place in your day, it stops depending on motivation. Example, this could be bringing your gym clothes and your backpack to go to the gym after work. This is a specific habit I had in order to help me go to the gym, because I used to come home after the gym and then change. And guess what? Your boy didn't really like to get up again. Once I'm home, I'm already here. I've had a long day. I don't feel like it, right? So what does that mean? The same thing with the calendar. You have to go back and you have to review your progress, right? It's weighing yourself in the mornings. And it's tracking that. It's tracking your food. It's tracking how much water you're drinking. Nothing changes without it getting tracked. That is why video games are really, really successful for us. That's why schedules are really, really successful. I want to break down 2 examples for you just so you can see how important this is. And the way I do this, by the way, is just a Google Calendar. It's super easy because it can be on your phone and it can be on your computer, and you have it kind of in both places that you need it. And so it's time blocking these things out or just adding a space in there where on Monday, right? We've already have the date and the time track because the calendar, you just have to put your appointment on there. The second thing from the date and the time is what it was. So we can title it gym or workout legs. And then in the description of that appointment, if you will, in your Google Calendar, you can put your workout, you can put your starting weight. And now guess what? Boom, you have it tracked. To kind of summarize how to make this goal happen, there's really 3 main things you need for your goal to stick. The first one is a trigger. So what is the trigger for you to actually accomplish something? I see something that reminds me I have to do something. Trigger for me was set an alarm on my iPhone. Boom. At 1:17, at 4:20, I have these alarms that will go off, and then that'll remind me, oh, check my to-do list, name the alarm, check my to-do list. Second is a process. So what is a process? The exact steps you have to follow. If we use the example waking up early, the trigger would be what? The alarm going off in the morning. For me, it's 5:30. That was another goal I had. So the trigger is the alarm going off in the morning at 5:30. The process is every night before, I will write down the to-do list in order of what I need to accomplish, as well as a time of how long I expect it to take me to accomplish it, because then I can start planning it on my day. And then third, you need a tracking method. How do you track? A to-do list, a Google Calendar, in order to actually accomplish those goals. So, big point here is goals don't change your life, but systems do. I want to say that just one more time. Goals don't change your life, systems do. So build a system and the results will follow.